Good morning. It is 6:31 a.m. on Thursday, August 4th, 2016. No, I'm a fine. I'm a fine. I don't know why I said it like that. It's whatever time it is, and I just got up. I'm Christiana. This is 5 more minutes. Um, I don't know why I'm so tired this morning. I got plenty of sleep. I don't know, maybe I just didn't sleep well or something. I was in the middle of an REM sesh. I was dreaming about something I don't remember, but when Luna woke me up, so maybe I'm just still groggy. I imagine I'll be fine as I get up and face the day. But boy, it's uh, ugh, ugh, trying to just. Ugh. I especially need to not dawdle because over the last couple of days I've definitely noticed that my public transportation commute is less fun the later it goes. Meaning, when I'm going at just the right time, it's one thing, but like every 10, 15 minutes that I delay it, it gets longer and more crowded. So much like how it works with driving in traffic, I imagine it's just you know means that I want to try to not let the departure time slip, which is fine. It just also means that when I'm kind of extra tired, it's like, ugh. So yesterday I listened to a whole bunch of 80s music because on kind of a random impulse, I bought an album on iTunes for $40 that had 80 80s songs in it. And despite that being a lot more than I would normally expect to be paying all at once, um, I really like a lot of those songs enough that I am fairly happy with my purchase. Um, 80s music, I have a real affection for a lot of it, and I'm not 100% sure where it comes from because, that's a decade where I was a kid. I was not a teenager yet, and I was actually also not that into music. And so I don't know that I have quite the same nostalgia for it like when people are, really into some particular past decade of music, I feel like the cliche reason is because that's the music that they were really into as a teenager, and it just sort of fixed in their brains as like that's what good music is. But I'm not sure if that can be why for me, just because, like I said, I certainly wasn't into it when it was new, because I just didn't really listen to that much music as a kid. I was into like Weird Al and stuff to the extent that I listened to anything. And then, you know, so I, I, I'm not 100% sure where it comes from necessarily, other than maybe just the very generic and boring explanation of I just like it. In particular, synth heavy stuff just works on my brain somehow in a way that's a little hard to explain. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be specific songs like, oh, I remember this one. Because, for example, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out. It takes place in the early 80s, uh, and it features a lot of 80s songs on the soundtrack, especially synth heavy ones, which I maybe sort of kickstarted my interest. But um, one of the key tracks for that one is actually not an 80s song at all, but a cover of David Bowie's The Man Who Sold the World by a band called Midgehura. So it's like Midge space Ure. Uh, and so they did a cover of it. Well, I guess they did do it was from the 80s that they did that cover. So let me take that back. The original song is earlier from Bowie, and then they did a very synthy cover of it, and that's the track that's in Metal Gear Solid. And I had never heard it before. I'm not sure if I had ever heard the Bowie version of that particular song, and so this was a brand new song, but it's like of that style. And boy, I just really just wormed its way into my brain. Anyway, who can account for why people like music? It's a great mystery. Anyway, uh, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes. If I can find the stop button.